Debbie, rocking her star. She knows all the great fashion trending in town. When it comes to talent, that's not all. She's very wise and intelligent, knows what she wants, so subscribe.
Hello, and welcome back. Welcome back. Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Sorry, I don't know what happened. I just realized my camera wouldn't work. But the show must go on. I'm not going to let this stop me. Whether the camera works or the camera doesn't work. Anyway, you guys, you are welcome. As you're coming in, just say hi so that I know that someone is coming in. I'm not going to take so much of your time today. But I just want to come out. I'm really, really tired. If the camera is on, you would have seen that I'm tired. I'm very, very tired. I'm not feeling very fine. But however, I know that the show must go on. Whether I'll be sleeping and talking to you, however it's going to come, I'm going to come on here and just, take it by the chin. Anyway, today I'm going to talk about few topics, some interesting ones, some not so interesting. And I think I should start with that. And it is a story of this guy that lives in America. This guy lives in America, and what had happened is that I think the wife divorced him, and before you know it, there was so many things that were going on, like so many things were going on. At the end of the day, this guy eventually ended it all after there was like a police around his house, Irene or so. I think his name is Irene. And before you know it, there was so many rumor out there. Oh, the wife is anything that happens these days, it becomes it becomes all these gender war. This one we want to say, oh, it's because of what happened. This is what happened. Everybody is always trying to blame someone. I think we as human beings, we're just used to that. Like, whether something happened, most people don't want to take responsibility. Like, accountability has eluded a lot of people. And in the case of this guy, I'm going to try and share the face of this guy. The story is really sad. I was wondering what was going on and everything, but all I see is I keep seeing the wife's dad, the ex-dad, that keep talking about this thing, that people are calling. The last one I saw is that this man said, oh, people are saying my son-in-law. He's not my son-in-law because he did not pay bride price or something like that. And with Igbo land, you have to pay the bride price. If you don't pay the bride price, then you are not there. They don't see you as this is the guy. See, I don't know. Even if your wife leave you, this guy is very handsome. He could get anyone he wants, to my own belief. But one thing we need to realize at the same time is that sometimes we deal with a lot of mental health issue. And with Africa, it's like a stigma. A lot of people don't want to talk about it. Even if they are going through it, it's hard for them to go and see therapy. And especially men. Men believe that, oh, because of the way they are brought up, you are strong, you can handle this, you can do this. And that is why if you look at suicide rate, is more higher in men compared to women. If you look at the rate of suicide, is more common in men. And if you look at it as well, the suicide rate in Africa is not as common as the Western world, because it could be really lonely at the top. I'm telling you, it could be very, very lonely. So loneliness could cause this thing, because a lot of times people don't understand. And because these men are trained to not talk about their emotions, they bottle their emotions a lot of times instead of talking about it, instead of saying out whatever it is they are going on. Because sometimes, people will always say, problem shared is problem half solved. When you can share your problem, then you know that half of it is half of the problem is already solved. But with African men, they believe that if they talk about their emotion, about what they are going through, it makes them look weak. But that is not the case. You don't have to feel that you are weak simply because you are saying out what is going on with you. Because for this guy to get to this extent, he must have bottled up a lot inside, a lot that he will not be able to express himself. And another thing is that not all men can actually talk about things. They don't know how to explain themselves a lot of times. It's because the way they are brought up is like, don't say, "Ọkùnrin ni ẹ́, why tó ń rojọ́ ìranù? Ọkùnrin ò ń rojọ́ òṣì báyìí." So they tend to not even know how to explain or express themselves a lot of times. So I don't know what went on. I don't know what happened. I don't know how what really pushed the wife to file for divorce. But according to the wife, I'm going to read the write-up of the wife to you, because apparently the wife said they have a disabled child. I think it's their maybe their first child. I don't know, but the way the lady expressed it, she literally said that she has been the one looking after her two kids, and the disabled one, it has been her duty to look after the boy. To look after the boy. So, long story short, what we heard is that this guy ended it all, and it's because it was a woman that, pushed this and all of that. But at the end of the day, when the dad's ex, let me say the woman dad, is a business tycoon in Nigeria. What's his name again? Something Van Leer. So Francis Van Leer. So this man is not keeping quiet. He's ready to actually fight for his daughter. So this man was saying that, why are people trying to blame his daughter? After all, the money they ask him to pay, because the narratives out there is that, oh, he's been asked to pay $15,000 a month. And I'm like, whoa, even the celebrities, I don't think they pay up to that. It's just like, let me give you an example, is 50 cents. So 50 cents was asked to pay about maybe 10,000 or something. And at the end of the day, there was a fight and all of that. By the time they went to court, the court was able to get it down to 6,000. He has a statutory cap on the amount you could get monthly. So when I saw that, I'm thinking, I'm not sure about this amount though, because I don't know. How can someone get this? But eventually the dad cleared it up that, it's 1,009. But some people were saying that the receipt that the dad provided, it shows that it's more than 1,009 a month. Maybe it's 1,009 fortnight. Irrespective, I don't think this man that is a doctor will eventually end it all. So what I will tell you what I think in this case at the end of the day. But my own belief is that he just had enough. He just had enough. And the plan, I believe, will be that he wants his family back. And I don't think the lady is ready to do that. And in that case, it's going to become a problem. So anyway, let me share to you what other thing I'm coming, hold on. What other thing the dad said? The lady herself, because when the narrative was going, it's because of a woman, blah blah blah, the woman was collecting 15,000, it's like the world is coming to an end and everything. So the lady came out and literally explained herself what had went on. Let me read to you what this lady wrote. She said, hold on, I'm trying to share this out. Hold on. So, sorry. So the lady said, Chibuogu is her name, the ex-wife of Dr. Ikenna, that committed suicide over child support custody saga in the United States has spoken out. My children and I had a near death experience on January 26th, and we are now on a journey of healing. Those who know me know that I have always taken care of my kids 100% of the time since their respective birth. Those that know our situation know that their dad hasn't even lived in the same state as us for the majority of their lives. They know that my son is permanently disabled and has been in therapy 40 hours a week since he was 1 year old. They know that I have always been the primary financial provider for my kids. The worst night of our lives, when we begged to leave for 3 hours, has been flipped around to make us look like villains. I have received dozens of text messages and calls threatening my life and my children's life. This has to stop. I have videos, pictures, and police documentation of multiple incidents. I don't want to take it there. This has to stop. Nobody knows someone like their partner. What you think of me is not my business. So that is the lady that put that out. And ever since then, the dad has not stopped talking about this. I mean, our dad. Even a lot of people were dragging the dad. Are you supposed to do that? You are disrespecting the dead. This man is not alive to speak for himself. And at the same time, his family were saying like all sort of things as well. Obviously they're going to blame this lady. When something like that happened, everyone always look for someone to blame. So now the dad is also speaking. The dad said that, so that's the dad. That's the Isiogu's dad, Francis Van Le. And that's the lady herself. This is the lady and her husband when she was pregnant. So let me read what the dad said. So from Francis Van Le. Ikenna refused to financially support his two children. He instead chose to be getting licenses from different states and be working there to avoid paying support in the state of Maryland, where he is domiciled, over a support case is brought against him. Once a support case is brought against him, in one state, he will quit his job and run to another state to avoid payment of support. Finally, he decided to return to the state of Maryland, and he voluntarily stopped working to show zero income, or just to avoid support. He thought he was smart. Investigator found his hidden money, and the court asked him to pay support, not close to the alleged $15,000. No one should come and blame my daughter for the decision an adult made to end his life. Don't call him my son-in-law because he never paid bride price. I only saw him 3 times in my life. So that is what the dad has to say. And the dad has never stopped talking. The dad is still, almost every day, whenever something come up about this, like, oh, people are dragging my daughter, this man will come out and defended his daughter. And something like this is really, really dicey, especially when a young man life is lost. But at the same time, you can't just, put sentiments. And if a lot of people that know me know that I'm not in support of all these new, all these new feminists that they believe that a woman cannot be wrong. Like always, a woman is right. A woman can never be wrong. Whatever a woman does is the right thing. The man is at fault always. In this their situation, I don't know what is going on between them. Like, I don't know whether I would say this one is our fault, that one is not our fault. And at the same time, I'm not going to blame someone taking care of a disabled child for so long simply because someone is trying to, try and get his family back. The family that has refused to actually come back, but at the same time ended it all. And when I read about the situation of this Ikenna ending his life, it boils down to maybe he was there to actually ask the lady to come back, or they should come back as a family. This is my view. Sometimes I act like a psychic. Sometimes I tend to see things beyond what's, physical high. Let me just put it that way. I'm not trying to scare you. Sometimes I think deeper than the way normal people would think about stuff. So that is why I'm saying, like, this is actually coming from me. Despite not knowing what is going on, I think, in my own opinion, that maybe that was what happened, that this guy went there. We've seen so many stories. In fact, one stay happened late last year in this UK, a man that, just get rid of his entire family and also get rid of himself, because he can't bear for that woman to live and those kids to continue to live as well. So sometimes there's another one that he was able to get rid of the two kids, but the wife escaped. So this thing happened a lot. So when this lady explained, I'm thinking that maybe what had happened is that Ikenna went there just to talk to this lady. Maybe the lady has taken what do you call it, restraining order against him, or no, I don't know, but obviously maybe he went there to talk to her. And you know what this lady is supposed to do is just calm him down, just tell him, because then for him to bring a gun, it will be at that stage irrational. Like, he's not thinking about anything. What he's thinking about is that I need to get an answer now or we end it all. So I think that is what he is. He just wants to get rid of the entire, not just himself, maybe all of them. And when the police came, maybe he thought, I'm never going to go to jail because of this. This happened a lot. A lot of people does that because they don't want to go to jail. They would rather take a decision that is, that is going to be disastrous for the people they are leaving behind. And that is the case of this guy, a young, promising doctor, doing so well for himself, and because of a situation ended it all. But at the same time, we need to understand the mental health situation that come into the mix, because no normal person thinking right will do this to themselves. Anyway, may the soul of the departed rest in peace, and may this girl have peace as well, and hopefully she can continue to look after her children. And I pray that the family, parent, because see, parents will be like looking forward to how great their children, how far they could go in life. And, the guy just like that is gone. It's really sad. It's very, very sad. That's why I say it's a very sad situation. But due to things that I've seen happened in the past, I think maybe that is what happened. The guy was thinking maybe they can, come together and sort it out. That's why I said I don't know what happened, because the dad never mentioned it, that there was a domestic violence or maybe emotional abuse, domestic abuse, or something of sort. It's just that, they went their separate way, but the lady left a crumb without leaving so much. I pray God rest his soul. Anyway, moving on, I think Iyabo Ojo she is about to become grandmama. Let me call her Glamma, because our own is going to be Glamma. She's a glam. So she's going to be Glamma. That's what we call all these young millennial grandma. They don't want to get old. They are fighting it with the Gen Zs, and the Gen Zs are not allowing them. And they are saying, no way, you are not going to pack us to the side. So why I saw like hints of it, that I think this is what is going on. What I first saw is a rumor on, let me show you. Let me show you what I saw. It's a rumor I saw on a blog on Instagram. So this blog is Gbeborun, just like close to Gisova Gbeborun kind, if you know what I'm saying. Because this blog has, said so many things that eventually you realize that, oh my God, it's actually true. But, I don't take the blog that serious, to be honest. So this is what the blog posted. The blog just said, that's why I said rumor has it. So if it is so, I'm happy for her. At the end of the day, some of these Gen Z, they just want to focus on career, focus on, things that won't matter eventually along the line. But I like that this young girl, the mom did, because, the odds are so stacked against all these kids that comes from a single parent household. But I'm glad that Iyabo Ojo said that she made sure that their dad is involved. She never at any point in time cut a communication off between our kids and their dad, and they are grown now, so I believe they will be able to do whatever they want to do. You get what I'm saying? Like, they can do whatever they want to do now, but I believe they still have one kind of relationship with their dad, and hopefully their dad can, we can see their dad again during the wedding. But I believe Iyabo Ojo went there for maybe like hot wedding, something official, because she didn't go there alone. And she didn't just go there with her manager or just her PA. Her cousin is there, like her best friend, and her cousin, Shanit Sword, is also there. And another thing that give it away for me is Priscilla brother is also there. Festus is there as well in Tanzania. Let me play the video of how they welcome them in Tanzania. Then I'll come back with the rest of my commentary. So that's Juma Jock's mom. The woman right there is Juma Jocks. That's Enioluwa. Yeah, that's another one I didn't mention was there. Enioluwa was also there. Enioluwa was there. And that's Juma Jock's sister, Fatuma or something. That's the sister. So see, that's Enioluwa, Priscilla's best friend. And see, that's the husband to be. Husband to be. I think it wasn't around as well, because I saw on Priscilla's Snapchat whereby she did that girl. If she continue like that, I beg, this man is not going anywhere. The way she's showing love is crazy. He's crazy, and you can tell that she really loved the guy. I just hope I can tell that the guy loved her as well, but I'm praying that this thing lasts. See, that's a lot of people just for a visit. So I think something is.
You will never cry. Love undiluted. Amen.
God
lives here.
So see, that's the brother. Festus is there as well. He lives in Turkey. Yeah, Istanbul, and he's there. So definitely something is going down. I'm so happy for her because she is at that age where it's very, very good. Like,
they're not more babies again. I know. Hey, girl.
I'm so happy for her. I'm really, really happy for her, that at the end of the day, all our efforts, all our, doing it all by herself, single-handedly raising them, that she's going to get to, sit down and be that, mother-in-law. Maybe I'm just being sentimental. I don't know. Maybe because I've got girls as well. But it's just a great feelings to see your kids doing well. Because it's not that this girl is just like going, the way people will paint it is, yeah, but this girl is a graduate. She graduated. She's working. She's making her own money. And, so what else? What else? All these, I want to make career, I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to do that, I want to do that. At the end of the day, the time pass starts. You have that age, even though a lot of people say, don't say that, you can get married at any time, but I know what I'm saying. Like, there's this age bracket. Even me, I didn't get married at that time, but it's like there is this age range that the society has placed. They try to change it, but still you can change some certain things. It's just like trying to change men to be effeminate, just like the way Western world is turning their men. I'm not sure it's going to go down so well with African men like that. So I'm so happy for her. And this is going to bring me into Naira Marley. Naira Marley is crazy. I think Naira Marley released a song. And because Naira Marley is trying to bring a buzz around the song, let me play this. Naira Marley. Let me pause them. So that's part of the trip. That's Iyabo Ojo's PA. He went with them to Tanzania, and that's when they were going home from the airport. That's the PA. I like that she brings her people around. I was thinking I will see Lizzy and Nkechi Nemesis. That one is going to, the ring light, or what do you call it, is not going to end. So anyway, let me show you what this guy did. Naira Marley. Because just last week, some days ago, he literally released a conversation between her and Iyabo Ojo. And I'm thinking to myself, what's the point of releasing this conversation? Because Iyabo Ojo already talked about it. Like, she spoke at length about this conversation in one of her videos. And Naira Marley thought, to promote my song, let me confirm that Iyabo Ojo was actually in my DM. And everything they talked about is not something that's strange that you would think, Iyabo Ojo is this bad person. Iyabo Ojo already spoke about one of our children, and a lot of people was thinking is Priscilla or is the boy. It's not both of them. I believe he is one of our adopted kids that Iyabo Ojo was referring to in that video that she made that time. And when Naira Marley released this, it just confirmed what Iyabo Ojo said. It doesn't really move a needle, because you will just think, okay, maybe what you're saying is like, big deal that Iyabo Ojo is this bad person fighting for Mohbad, trying to chase clout. A lot of people keep saying Iyabo Ojo is chasing, and I'm like, she is already a clout. Why will she be chasing clout when Naira Marley is actually using her to get some clout to his song? And that song, I don't know, Naira Marley's song is always degrading to women. That's the normal way he sings. It's like a kind of a degrading way. He does all this song that way. But this song, in fact, the Bloody Civilian, this era star, was dancing to the song today. I was still saying on the blog, she was dancing to that song, and a lot of people were calling her out, to the extent that this lady has to delete whatever it is that she posted. So let me show you what Naira Marley released, and I'm like, what's the point of this? What's the essence of like releasing this conversation? So this is Iyabo Ojo. I don't know what happened. Naira Marley said, "Mommy, God bless you more." And he said, "Bless you more, bro." And Iyabo Ojo invited him for a movie premiere that she doesn't know whether he will be around. I don't know. Tell me, maybe I'm just being, not being honest or being biased. That's why I said, just tell me. And she talked about the date and all of that. And see, it's just address and everything. Then eventually along the line, I think Naira Marley couldn't attend. See, I'm so sorry for not coming. So I didn't see you at my event, or I heard you lost a friend. So sorry about that. See, and said, I apologize again for not coming. And then she said, "Oh, hello, bro. Please send me your number. I'm with Tony Abraham. She wants to speak to you." I think around that time was when Tony Abraham was shooting the movie from before this new one. Like, that one that is Brother Shaggy, that is like a stylist. They were doing stylist. Tony used a lot of people in that movie. And I think that was when Naira Marley featured as well. So she said, "Oh, hello, dear. It's with great honor that I cordially invite you to the final burial of my mom." So Iyabo Ojo invited him to the burial, and that's what Iyabo Ojo sent, like the IV for the burial and the Ashwebi. So And again, Iyabo Ojo asked for invite to his show that she would love to come. So now Iyabo Ojo was talking about my adopted son sang it. Did you see? A lot of these people, all these Buki, Jesse, Yeye, Kudi, you know, all of them, they were dragging Iyabo Ojo then that, it's because Naira Marley did not, even VDM, that is because Naira Marley did not help Iyabo Ojo. That's why Iyabo Ojo decided to drag Naira Marley, despite the evidence, all the videos that shows that Naira Marley actually bullied this guy. A lot of them doesn't understand that. They keep saying, "Oh, it was the wife, it was this, it was that, it was the nurse." You know, there were so many fingers pointing. At the same time, nobody can say, "Oh, Naira Marley, you were the one that kills." You know, people will say, did Naira Marley bullied this guy to death? I can't say that, but you know, sometimes there is a difference between someone die from and someone die of, if you get what I'm saying. So what I think is that the bullying, the excessive bullying, the way Naira Marley keep running him off the street and everything with Sammy Larry, this thing really affected him to the extent that he started having high blood pressure. And a guy of 26 or 27 then dealing with high blood pressure, with substance, with, you know, things that it takes. When you have that, even adult, they will tell them, you know, there is food you have to eat, there is certain things you will stay away from, there is certain exercise you will have to, you know, start doing and all of that. And a lot of people were saying that, oh, is most of these people from VDM camp, let me put it that way, they were saying, no, it's the wife, it's not this. Even the nurse, you can't blame the nurse, because obviously the situation of Mohbad is what you say that someone have underlying issue. Like he has underlying issue, and the underlying issue is the high blood pressure. High blood pressure is, it's something that a lot of people, you know, so many people have gone just having this and not checking it, not knowing they have it. Because when your blood pressure is high, you are bound to have some other comorbidity, like a lot of things sleeping without you knowing. So if it's not treated, it's not looked after properly, it can actually end someone. So couple that with a medication given to him, because when you are on medication, you will see in the side effect that don't take this, don't take that, don't take that. So then, because of what Iyabo Ojo did with Baba Jesha's situation, and you see a lot of all these scrupulous men trusting Baba Jesha, especially Yomi Fabi, fighting, despite that there is a child in this situation that was abused. They even turn it around and turn that child, I mean princess daughter, to this sex worker. Someone like, the guy is just about 12 or 13, between 12 and 14. And I'm like, is this what's so messed up? So then VDM came and just turned the whole bullying thing to DNA, and that's how Naira Marley escaped. And Naira Marley is looking for his comeback. I think that is why he released this these messages, hoping that it's going to be a great comeback for him. I don't know how he want to, you know, spin that, because I don't know how he's going to spin it to bring the comeback. So even the song, I wish I can play it, the one Era Star was dancing to. Sound like someone selling their kwekus, or I can't really remember. I don't even like to listen to a song, to be honest. So but it sounds like something like that. You know, Naira Marley's song is always so degrading. And I think he does that so that the blog can start talking about his situation with Iyabo Ojo. You understand? Like, oh, Naira Marley said this about Iyabo Ojo, and before you know it, people will start looking at what he's doing right now. But I like that. I like the fact that people were saying, Naira Marley, you are cancelled, you are still cancelled, and we are not forgetting. Just stay cancelled. And some other people were saying, never, you can't cancel him. Are you his God? Are you his this? Are you his that? And see, there is so much. Another thing is Yomi Fabi literally telling Mohbad's wife to go and submit herself. Like, go and submit yourself. The way he even said it, I wish I can find the video. Said, go and submit yourself to the nearest police station. And how can someone submit themselves if the police has not requested for them? See, this is what he said. Go and submit yourself now to the nearest police station. I don't have anything against you, but that is the best advice I can give you at this point. Actor Yomi Fabi, and I'm like, to the nearest police station. Like, does Yomi think everyone is just stupid? She will go and submit herself. When she gets to the police station, what is she supposed to tell them? I'm not even supporting this lady. If she is at fault, the law should deal with her. But telling someone that you are warning them to go and submit themselves to the nearest police station, as if we don't know how Nigeria works. So when she gets to that police station, what should Wumi, Mohbad's wife, tell them? That, oh, I came here to submit myself because one C-rated actor said, name Yomi Fabi said I should come and submit myself at this police station. And the police will ask, okay, so what happened? Are you ready to confess that you kill your husband? I'll be like, no, I don't know. He just said I should come. Sorry, guys. I just find it so hilarious. Like, sometimes people just do too much. They do too much. And I think he was doing all of that simply because he knows that every nonsense he's doing, every one of them was just using this young guy to make money. That's all I see. Like, they were just using him. This one will say, oh, this, that one will say that, all because they are making money on this. And another thing I'll quickly talk about before I leave, I'm not going to stay too long. I don't want to get to 1 hour today, is Lizzy and Jory. Like I'm the tired is tiring me already about Lizzy and Jory. I just want to quickly talk about it. And as I was trying to gather things, that is when I saw this Lizzy and Jory, on the internet, on Google. I was trying to get pictures. Then I saw like, oh, Lizzy and Jory one Nkechi blessing. And I'm like, what's happened again? No, kilo shele. So that is when I came to this blog. Lizzy and Jory is always fighting all these spiritual battle, people that you cannot know their name, you cannot see them. He is always setting ring light and fighting. Like, this lady was at the peak when she started all this, and before you know it, all her career over these years went down the drain. Gym, it just went like that. So anyway, this is what Lizzy said, I see everything you have been doing to me. If I come for you, your mother will cry in the grave. I know your mother's story very well. When she was a pepper soup seller last year, you threw shades at me, and I said, who stole at the market today? Have I ever offended you? You know how many men that have used and dumped you like a menstruation. I am giving you the last warning. If I should do 2 shows for you, oh Jesus, you are finished. The world will shake. You know I am brutal. You know that they have used your glory. That was how you disrespected your elders in the industry. You now started kneeling down in Canada. If I hear anything from you again, I will tell the world who your real father is and how a lot of men thought that they were your father when your mom gave birth to you. Hey! Mommy àti Lizzy jọ bímọ níjọ́ kan náà ni. So she knows that some men are fighting over her. Remember the man you and your mother pie in Fagba. If I come for you, nobody will associate with you. The problem is that a lot of people don't believe Lizzy anymore. Like, Lizzy, a lot of people just see her as a raving, as they just see her as inconsequential somebody in the society now who just constitutes nuisance. And it's really like, it's painful to me whenever I see it, because this lady, I will keep saying it, she is a very fantastic actress. If you have watched Iyabo Ojo, it's an old movie now, but if you watch Iyabo Ojo, you will know that Lizzy is good. She is very good. And I don't understand who are the family, who are the people around her that did not really, pull her back and said that, no, you're doing too much right now. You need people like that around you who can actually tell you the truth. Like, stop doing too much, you're doing too much. But I pray that she found peace, because if you listen to what I read to you, she was talking about what Nkechi did to her last year, not something that just happened. So last year, maybe in 2024, when did this chain thing happened? Yeah, maybe last year, February or thereabout. So how do you come back to it again? Like, I don't get it. You don't have to keep having a lot of enemies, like gathering enemies, when you already have more than enough. Because with all these fracas, these local Facebook fights and all of that, it's more or less like people decided to go and model, go in the mud with the pig. That's how I see all these fracas and all of that as. But I rated her so high than that until she started having, this one is fighting me, that one is fighting me. Like, literally everybody don't like Lizzy, and everybody that Lizzy have a fight with, Lizzy is in the right, they are in the wrong. Said Balogun, Fetia Balogun, Ronke Ojo, before you know it, dragging Funke Akindele, dragging everybody that she says. So obviously when I saw that, I'm like, maybe Nkechi Blessing has taken another picture with the ex, the Lizzy Anjorin's billionaire husband's ex. Maybe that's why. Or maybe the lady went to Nkechi's new establishment, or Nkechi went to buy something from her. Something would have triggered her. Like, that's a trigger button. Anybody that really wants to be enemy with Lizzy, all you have to do is just go be friends with her for Latinubu. Then you will know, because Lizzy will look for something that you did for her. Like from Kakindele now, the lady did not do anything for her. All the problem she has with Funke Akindele is because Iyabo Ojo brought Funke Akindele to for Latinubu to Funke Akindele's movie premiere. And that was the beginning of the fight. And everyone around there that's, say hello to her. Even Mercy Aigbe, she wasn't fighting with Mercy Aigbe until Mercy invited for Latinubu to Thin Line. And that's it. So she needs to really sit down and think about this. I'm not saying everybody fighting you is right, but at the same time, don't always think you are right. Because that's the problem. When someone can never be accountable for nothing, every time she's the victim. When you do this, you're just showing your hand. You're showing who you are. Anyway, I just hope Nkechi Blessing doesn't respond, because that one too, her mouth is not good. Nkechi Blessing, even if it's gist over, she always slug it out with gist over. So I hope she doesn't respond to Lizzy Anjorin and they don't start going ring light to ring light, back to back, Achewo to Achewo talk, because this one Nkechi Blessing, we also call her Achewo and she will call Nkechi Blessing. I just hope they don't keep going back and forth. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna stop right here. I hope you enjoy it. I know, we will get there little by little. I know there is not a lot of you. Some of you stop by, go out, come back, in and out. So I really appreciate each one of you that stop by. Thank you so much. And please share this video if you like what you hear at some point in time. And when you, in your free time, you can listen to it like a podcast. My voice is sweet. Anyway, you guys, enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye. Until you come around me next time. I will see you in my next. I don't know. I wish I can come often, but however, I will see you in my next one. Bye.
Subscribe and get that gist with the one and only Debbie Pasta. Yeah, yeah.